I get all excited for your readings. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Scorpio, come on in. What is in the cards for you for the next couple weeks, as we come into your season soon? We're in season of the witch right now, which is cool. I'm pretty sure that like Libra season kicks off season of the witch, so it's cool like that. I don't know, but we're in it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I needed. I called in everybody's spirit guides, angels. I'm closing my window. Angels, spirit guides, your ancestors, your friends who have passed over, the ascended masters. Everybody is in the house, so please just know it. And the first card out was Snow and Silence, Scorpio. Something is silent, or someone, past to present energies, speed and movement in your present. Things are going on. There's a lot happening in that silence, I guess, okay? That's what I'm getting. Time and discipline. Tick tock. I see keys and I see clocks. Discipline. This is crowning you. I feel like something is divinely timed, maybe. Others, it may be TikTok. Are you forgetting about something, right? What are you forgetting, Scorps? Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Yep, those storms. A lot of times we are the storm, but I think we're going to have to get more on that card before I say for sure, but it could be both ways as well, I suppose. Richness and marine life. Somebody could be a water sign here besides you, right, Scorps? There's other fish in the sea. I get that every time now. It's funny how certain messages follow me through certain readings. But anyway, I feel like the in-depthness, and there is a lot out there for you, right? I don't really think it's necessarily other fish in the sea. I think it's more like just the vastness and the richness of everything, right? All right, so that's cool. So you're feeling rich in life, or spirited, or something. I did call in my North Noders, right? Are you richly spirited? In the past, it's been rough. Yeah. Scorpios have a tendency to go through rough times, right? Yeah. Silence and snow. I feel like it's rough. Whoops. I'm going to pick those up. I got them on the floor. First one out here is ruin, however. And then I got, hold on. All right. Wow, they went flying. All right, so I got ruin. This is in your present. Something was ruined. There's a lot of movement happening around you. Something about that. Skiing or skating came out. Somebody could be a skier or a skater, right? They might like winter sports. But I feel like in this case, it's skiing or skating in time. Like, are they skating time? Are they delaying or something? And then integrity came out for your hope, fear, challenge, and homework. My higher vibrationals definitely have integrity through these storms, right? And it's tough and it's rough to have integrity during these storms, but raising our vibe and, all of that. So hold on, I need one more and we can move on. Hi, everybody, tapping in and out. It's good to see you. Show me. Show me what I need to see, Spirit. Scorpio. My sexy motherfuckers. First one on the bottom. Halloween. Something about Samhain. The richness of Halloween, the richness of the holiday. All right, this could be somebody's favorite time of year. I know it's mine, and I am a Scorpio, right? Something about that. All right, let's get down. I'm going to use my Deviant deck today. And let's get into it. Show me what I need to see. See how it just kind of teetered? The Empress. Yeah. I feel like you've been having some rough times through these Scorpio energies. Yeah, silence and snow. Somebody's being very silent and it's rough or something. It's tough. It's hard. I feel like someone is rough, like they have that character about them or something. Five of Swords, ruin, yeah. Look at the tongue out. Yeah. Ruin is right over this and movement. Yeah. I wonder if the Empress moved from a lot of this abuse and cruelty and narcissistic behaviors, bullyish behaviors. Nah, 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 nah. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Kindergarten? First grade? Second grade? There's a lot of movement around this. It's been tough. The Empress, however, I feel in this case is, oh, look, and I have the Emperor down. Ha! So I have a divine counterpart possibly right here. I feel like this Empress is being in a very creative mode, like really loving, gracious, Empresses are not arrogant. They're not, you know what I mean? They're just very motherly and loving and cool and, in that vibe. So the Emperor here turned down, this is abuse of power or loss of authority or something, right? Skiing or skating. And then I have time and discipline right over that. So this is a very abusive situation that we're talking about. This may not be for everyone. And that's okay, because sometimes that happens on readings, right? Not every single reading is going to pertain to you. But then that's when you go to your other signs, your other placements, your moon sign, your rising, whatever. Watch those videos and get a bigger and broader picture of what's going on, right? Nine of Wands. Somebody's wearing a mask and somebody has integrity over that. Yeah, there's like clearing of the storms here, hope, fear, challenge, and homework, like getting out of the storms, right? Somebody's really, really exhausted from this bullshit. Having integrity is being the bigger person. It's tough. Sometimes they do that on purpose. These South Node, lower vibed energies do it on purpose. They deplete you on purpose. But anywho, Halloween, Ace of Cups down, marine life and richness. Yeah, there's no love here, or you don't want this offer, or something's not really emotionally fulfilling. Something about that. Halloween right over it. Okay. Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, the illusion's out. There is no more illusion. That mask was taken off, or whatever that was. But the Empress sees through the illusion. It's rough. It's hard. Now, don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit, right? Just don't force it. Page of Cups here, the abuse. And then this is like, what is emotionally fulfilling, right? What's fulfilling to you? There's a lot of movement. There was a lot of ruin around this bullyish, cruel behavior, This could be slander or trying to ruin somebody's reputation through word witchery, right? That's also highlighted in that card. King of Swords, Emperor reverse, skiing or skating. Yeah. I don't feel like in this case, this King of Swords, this is dead center in the reading. It is about truth and justice. Absolutely. But with the Emperor right over this reversed, I feel like, one's a loss of authority, and then this one's trying to be fair. But that blade he's holding with that truth bomb or whatever that is, or what, that's a sharp blade. Both sides you can get cut. Maybe there was some sort of sacrifice there or something, Scorpio. Show me what I need to see. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Integrity, storms. Yeah, something's coming to a stop. You can see that wheelchair kind of thing, right? I feel like this was the craft is stopping. Somebody has integrity over the storms or in the storms, whatever that is to you. Ace of Wands down, Four of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Sun, very nice. Somebody's healed, somebody's recovered, or they are recovering or something. It's about peace and discipline and time. Okay. Ace of Wands down with Ace of Cups down over here. There's no drive, no passion. The richness in life. There's like no, I don't feel like somebody has the drive for this, right? Deep thought, yeah, maybe bored of the situation, but if you look closely, there's blood being spilled out of that cup. Bored of the pain and the hurt, bored of, it's over or something, or it was, or that's what it's about. It's in your past column, past present. So feel like it already caused the blood spilled. To put people in deep thought, It's about the safety net and home. This is the tree of life. It was ruined. This family, this dynamic, right? Could be about inheritances. Page of Cups. This bullyish behavior is reflecting or needs to or something. Four of Swords. Yeah, this is the recovery card. That's where I got it. Or the peace or truce, right? They've had enough. They had to heal from it, right? This cruelty, the brutality, and the abuse of it, they had to heal, right? Hi, everyone. Hi, Jason. Hello. So, yeah. And then the Sun, right? That's a great card. It brings that energy up. Yeah. I like it. So the Hopeful challenge and homework here is the relationships that are being illuminated in the sunlight. Could be exposure, right, of the abuse and the cruelty and what things are coming to a stop. Somebody is exhausted, but they're not stopping, right? They're not stopping. They're depleted and they want to give up the fight, but they're not going to stop. That's the Hope, Fear, Challenge, and homework. Because they have integrity. Okay, thank you. Because they have integrity. I got way too many. I'm taking the first one like I usually do. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this was done in such excess. There could be lack of funds here, or lack energy of some sort. Marine life, or what? Ace of Wands down. Yeah, there's no drive for something. Somebody wants to free themselves here, right? Or they are freeing themselves. They're not hanging anymore, right? They let themselves down. They're out of their whatever it is. I feel like they were let down, but in this case, they would. I feel like they freed themselves somehow. I'm hoping that's you, right? My higher vibes. Show me what I need to see. I'm switching over to my Oz in Wonderland deck. For those of you who care. Somebody is skiing or skating or likes to. But I feel like there's more about that. We'll probably find out right now. Right? Show me what I need to see, Spirit. A couple more. I do feel like somebody moved from a situation, or they're moving from a situation. Something like that. All right, yeah, the Emperor and the Empress. Look, they're both looking at the past in front of me. This divine counterpart is looking at the past. It's rough. There's a lot of silence there. This couple. Yeah, this I don't like this narcissistic energy. See, in the land of Oz, right? The grand illusion was the narcissist behind the curtain. And he turned out to be this little man or woman, in your case, whoever it is. And they were just so weak and timid, and they can put it out, but then they hide. They don't want to get it back, kind of thing. It's been rough. It's been rough, Scorpio. Yeah, they're guilty AF. There's no innocence in this. Whatever, the cruelty, the ruin. There could be scared now. You know, that little narcissist back behind the veil is intimidated now. They intimidate other people, though. But now they're yeah, it's ruined. Whatever this is about ruin. This is too bad. Knight of Wands down, skiing or skating. Yeah, they don't like these certain kinds of messages going back and forth, or the vibe, whatever that is, right? And then I have the Emperor down here. Ding, 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 ding. Loss of authority and loss of power. Yeah, time's ticking for this Emperor, right? They're either against this High Priestess or don't like this High Priestess or something. But this High Priestess is the High Priestess. And male or female, they know something, right? They have integrity. But the Hope, Fear, Challenge and homework here, you're exhausted of the hate, exhausted of the not putting in, not reciprocating cool energy. I mean, they're just like a low vibe, I feel. They've ruined things, or it's about ruin. That card is on the table. A lot of things have happened. The richness of life. There's messages, however, the messenger. This is one of the extra major arcanas in this deck. It's number 22. I have 25 major arcanas in this deck, Somebody's coming with a message, or it's about a message, right around Halloweeny or something, the richness of life. Somebody's very hateful of these messages, maybe, right around Halloween, or about Halloween, or whatever that is. It's funny that Halloween comes up right around this time of year when it's, time is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. It's funny how these messages come out with me. It just amazes me. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, this Emperor here and the grand illusion of it all. It's all out there. It was totally exposed with the Sun and the Seven of Cups down. People see right through it. I feel like it's out there. People see it, whatever that is, the cruelty and the, Yeah, Temperance. Somebody is an earth angel here being represented. Yeah, Annie M watering her garden. It's like magic, right? It's like a little this and a little that, and then they grow. Yeah. So it's the same kind of thing. It could be a very alchemist kind of magic energy here. With the Emperor, things have been rough, and the Empress. Okay. This, yeah, somebody's taken charge of a situation and somebody lost their charge of a situation or their authority, right? But this is about, moderation as far as health too. I feel it's coming out. Someone may want to um, change their diet or eat or maybe slow down drinking or whatever that is to you, but it's coming out in the cards. So yeah, this is not talking here. hmm They're reflecting, but things have come to a stop. And this is in the present, right? Nobody's talking. There's no messages going back and forth. There's no communication or whatever. It was ruined. It's right over this. A lot of things have happened. Speed, right? I need a bunch of cards, Spirit. Things are happening. Things have stopped, But I feel like there's communication coming in the future or something, some kind of something. Letter, email, something like that. Could be a text, I guess. This is one of the other major arcanas in this deck. This is number 23, the Empath reversed, yeah, with the High Priestess reversed and all that, hate and cruelty towards them. Yeah, this person is completely blocked. They have no empathy whatsoever. But on the other hand, it's also saying that they either refuse this empath or they deny this empath or whatever. This, it's dead center in the reading. This King of Swords here is not looking at the empath, right? Does not care. Skiing or skating by the truth there. I think it's clear as day. There's no love. You can't just be cloaked in love and think people are going to believe you forever, because it shows in your actions. I hate those masks. I hate those cloaks. I can't even stand it. When was the last time we had a real conversation with somebody? You know what I mean? Who can be real anymore? Page of Wands down. Yeah, this immaturity is stopping. Yeah. The black craft of it all has come to a complete halt. The fighting, the bitterness, whatever it is, somebody has integrity through all these storms that are being created, or whatever, or it's about keeping your head above water through the storms. And Scorpios are very willful inside, so I feel like the higher vibrationals, they can, through their own will, stop talking to somebody because it's too cruel, it's not good, it's, you sense it, Scorpios know, they do. A lot of times they are so intuitive and deeply emotional. One of the most deeply emotional, I think it is the most deeply emotional signs out there. And Pisces is right there, and then of course Cancer, the 3 water signs. Queen of Cups reversed with the Ace of Wands down. Yep. Nobody has any drive or any passion. No, something about Halloween. Yeah, somebody's completely blocked. However, these messages or what? Yeah. The cup, we need to fill our own cups, right? The Ace of Cups. We need to fill our own cup of love, right? Whatever we care of, like make ourselves happy and heal and accountability and responsibility if, when, and where needed. I say this a lot in my readings, and it's very true. I'm going to keep saying it. Show me. I need 5 more cards, please, and we can move on. Two of Cups down. Yep. The Witch card. Four of Cups down. Knight of Swords. Okay, well, Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. Whoever this is. We don't want a union or a reunion with them, right? We're in deep thought about it, but we don't care. Or maybe we want it, but we don't want it. You know what I mean? But we're working on it because Temperance is right over it. And she's watering her garden. Or he. Over the illusion of it. And the Witch, with the Ten of Pentacles, safe and secure and sound and snug as a bug in a rug, right? This is the number 25 major arcana in this deck. This is the ending of the majors. Dorothy, just being Dorothy, just being herself or his self, right? Ten of Pentacles, it's about the family, but it could be an inheritance, yeah, but there's ruin right over it. But this is a safety net of some kind. You're safe. You're safe, right? I don't feel like you're talking with these guilty people or what. Guilty, how this comes out. These people that have caused destruction or what, you know? Four of Swords with the Four of Cups reversed. Got a lot of fours on the table. We got two Emperors, ding, ding, ding. You know, we got two fours here. We got a Four of Cups over there. Fours are foundations, right? Foundations of the home, foundations of the situation. Somebody really seriously doesn't care, and the other person doesn't think they need healing. You can flip it or flop it, and you can, maybe it's both. I don't know, but skiing or skating. They don't want to take responsibility. Time's ticking. I feel they're intimidated. They're hateful. They're intimidated. They know they got caught or whatever this is. And, you know, the aggression is being illuminated. The abuse of it. The attack of it. Somebody has integrity, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. The storms are real, right? But somebody is keeping their head above the water and having integrity. And that, my friends, is a higher vibrational Scorpio all day long. So kudos to you who is doing this work personally. Kudos. It takes a lot of willpower, a lot of strength, a lot of, you know, to break some of these things going on in our lives. Did I just drop a card? I guess not. I could have sworn I did. That's weird. All right, I guess not. That's so strange. I could have sworn it hit my leg, or spirit hit my leg here. Show me. Thank you. Two of Pentacles. Juggling resources. Definitely from the non-abundance. Halloween right over this. Messages, communication, emails, letters in the mail, whatever that is. This is juggling energies, though, as well. It's not just maybe financial. You know, could be juggling a lot of things at the same time. Scorpios are usually busy bees, you know. The Chariot, flying monkeys, yeah. Well, we got movement here. We know things are moving fast. And then we got the flying monkeys, oh my, which is a psychological term that they use when a narcissist it's like they use people, possibly the family, right, to do dirty work. Right? They're the flying monkeys. They're going and they're spreading the hate and causing the drama and all this. And it's all while the narcissist is watching, laughing, wanting it, you know, probably, you know, with all this cruelty and brutality and abuse. It could be death spells. It could be all kinds of shit, you know, depends on all of you, you know. Yeah, flying monkeys, oh my. But on the other hand, it's just talking about a lot of movement around you, right? And I do feel some of you may be moving or just moved or something. but it is being represented as both here. So you're going to have to place it. But yeah, I'm going to change it up a little. I'm going to use my Halloween Oracle. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Show me. I love this time of year. I get so theatrical. I really get into it. I hope you do too with your costumes, and you got to play out the characters, and I'm thinking of doing a little Halloween special here for you guys out there. I don't know what I'll come up with, but we'll figure something out. May not be much at all, but who knows? The dawn, the light after the darkness. Very nice, Scorpio. Now, don't forget to flip and flop again should you need to. But I chose this deck here personally because of the lore and the trivia. Okay. While midnight is often thought of as a magical hour, throughout time, dawn has also had its share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawn, werewolves, vampires, for example. And vampires could only be active while the rays of the sun did not pierce the sky. Dawn and deities of dawn heralded both hope and new life. Goddesses such as Eostre. I've seen this and heard this before, and I never can pronounce it. Eostre, or what, and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life and the dawn's light to the world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to a bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful heroes' paths, repeated over and over in mythology. Should you receive the dawn card in your divination, you're being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful, motivating forces in the universe, and it's being indicated here. That hope being indicated, it gives me a star card kind of a vibe. When I was at my very, very lowest in life, I was beneath the rock 12, 15 floors down, whatever. I mean, it was bad. I had no one, right? I had to do this on my own and heal, right? And the only thing I had was that little bit of hope and that faith that carried me through, that star card, the universe, the Most High. That's all I had. And it's working. He heard me, right? I have a lot more to do and a lot more to heal, but hey, from where I was, I am in heaven. Yeah. All right. Anywho, I'm switching over to my Witch's Kitchen Oracle. Scorpio. We have mustard and faith. I love it. I was just talking about it. Thank you for listening. Yeah, check it out. A lack of belief has stripped you of your confidence when it comes to performing magic. If only you could believe what others already perceive as being very real indeed. Mistrust has led you blindly to a point you find yourself at now, and hope and expectations have failed you. Allow me to instill a little faith in you with the power of just one seed, which when used, excuse me, which when used as an amulet brings assurance and success. My pungent flavor transforms the blandest of dishes, for a little mustard can work a whole lot of magic. My white seeds are considered powerful guardians of protection from both physical and spiritual harm. Scattering my black seeds will disrupt the actions of those who are vexatious. Time to trust in both the seen and unseen, betwixt and between, as your faith in the old ways return. I like it. I like it. All right, I'll give you one of these. My familiar. I do love this deck. I use this often. Show me what I need to see for my Scorps, please. All right, we got the boar and ferocity. Oh boy. Somebody is about to lose it if they haven't already. All right, don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. It is not often that you will see me or even sense me near, for I am usually happiest in my own company, far away in the darkest of woods. However, now I make my presence felt, with my tusks gleaming and my eyes red, because what you have allowed to continue must now end. Anger wells inside you, but through me you can harness it to unleash it in the most effective way. I will do the damage. I will instill the fear and protect you from the pain that is about to be redirected towards those who have inflicted it upon you. I can devour everything organic from flesh to bone. And in doing so, I ensure those who have aggrieved you will never be able to do so again. I can root out the problems and issues even within yourself, drive them to the surface, and give you the courage and strength to finally face and deal with them. But please do not seek me out for petty matters, simple squabbles, or malicious revenge, for I will turn on you just as easily. Wow. I'm feeling power, like chills, like someone will let someone know something should they be pushed. That is like the hardest Queen of Swords vibe I have felt in my reading. Wow. I'm going to give you a room to close this up. What do we got for Scorpio Spirit? Beware, if this isn't you with that ferocity and that wrath and that envy. Yeah. Somebody has a big old wake-up call. Show me what I need to see. Okay, card down. Hold on. The Seeing Stone. This is what it looks like on the back. It's kind of cool, right? Anywho, carry your truth in your body, firm like trees rooted in the earth's beneath. They've known the force of strong winds and still stand tall. The truth will always prevail. Period. Yeah, they can be ferocious all they want, but the truth will always prevail. Stay strong, my friends. Stay in your light, right? This is the light sword. It's selenite. The devil energy hates this. Yeah, there's a little truth for you. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in a couple weeks with your next messages. Ciao.